Do you need to save for a down payment fast? I'm going to tell you how. Hi, this is Shaheedah Hill with Maximum One Realty Atlanta, and I'm going to tell you how to save for your down payment or save more for your down payment if you haven't already. I'm going to give you 5 tips to tell you how to save quickly, and just get that down payment money saved. If you haven't already liked my page, please like and subscribe to my channel. And stay to the end. I'm going to give you a tip that can give you some money today. Put some money in your pocket today. So number 1 is going on a spending freeze. And a spending freeze simply means you don't spend any money that you do not have to spend. So you just pay your normal bills. So if you're paying your rent, you're paying your payments, because you want your credit, of course, to stay good or go up. So just make sure you're making all your normal payments, but you're cutting out any extra things like eating out, going on concerts, entertainment, going to the gas station and not just getting gas, but getting chips and getting other snacks. You're making sure you're only spending on your essential items. You can save so much money just doing that, because there's so much spending that we do without really thinking. So if you go on a spending freeze, you're only spending money on your essentials, your basic needs like food, clothing, shelter. Well, not even clothing. Do not buy any more clothes. You wear the clothes you already have. You eat the food that's in your refrigerator, and then when that's gone, you buy just what you need from the grocery store. So going on a spending freeze means you don't spend any extra money, essentials only. And you really need to think about what's essential. Like getting your hair done is not essential. Getting your car washed, getting it washed, is not essential. So you really pare down to the essential things that you need to survive, and you go on that freeze. Now, definitely I suggest you do this if you're saving for your down payment for at least a month. See how much you can save by doing this spending freeze. If you're really good at it, it's not that hard on you, extend it for more months. But the minimum, if you're saving for a down payment, definitely try to do it a month. If you're saving, because there's different levels of down payment. Some people need to save just $1,000 or $2,000. And remember, you have your down payment, but you also have things like inspection fees and appraisal fees and those types of things. So you want to save, if you're doing like your first time home buyer that needs to do the Georgia Dream program, it's minimum $1,000, but again, you have those other fees that you need to think of as well. So you really need to save more than that. And then if you're doing an FHA loan, you need to save 3.5% toward the house price. A lot of the conventional loans, you need 5, 10, or 20%. 20% is ideal to avoid mortgage insurance. So whatever you need to save, that's probably how long you need to go on a spending freeze. And a spending freeze is a good habit, because once you get used to it, you really start saving even more money, because you realize some of the things that you're doing that really spent a lot of money. So you're not going to Starbucks. You're not doing all of those extra things that are non-essential. So number 1, go on a spending freeze. Number 2, make sure you're doing a budget every month. If you're not in the habit of doing a budget, you need to start, especially if as you're becoming a new homeowner or buying a second home or a new home. You need to make sure you're doing a budget. And the budget that I recommend is a zero-based budget. And that basically means you have all of your income, and then you have all of your expenses, and you allocate all of your money each and every month. So you allocate to saving, to all of your essential bills. Again, you're going to look through that budget and say, okay, where am I spending my money? A good place to start is print out your last bank statement. Where are you spending money that you didn't even realize that you were spending this money? A lot of times we're going to Chick-fil-A. Every time we swipe that debit card, then you're spending more and more money, and you don't realize how much money you're spending because it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. A great tip is to do the envelope system, where you actually take cash out of the bank, for the things on your budget, and then you pay that cash, because once the cash is gone, it's gone. Sometimes it's hard to see with the debit card where all your money is going. So number one, at the beginning of every month, like even before the month begins, so if it's going to be for say January through February, you may start doing that budget at the end of January for February, and you're going to make sure all amounts are allocated and you're spending only on your essential items. If you have things that subscriptions, things like that, that's when you realize where your money is going, and you probably cancel some of those things to try to save. And once you've set your budget, and even so, say you do a spending budget, say I'm not going to spend more than $25 a week on non-essential things like maybe lunch or going out or buying one or two things. Stick to that system. Make sure, and then everything else, whatever you put in savings, put that in savings first, because that's your priority at this time, to make sure your savings gets done. So make sure you're budgeting your money. You will feel like you got a raise. If you've never done a budget, I'm not going to make a budget video right now, but you can find other budget videos on YouTube. I probably will do one before the summer's out, but make sure that you're doing a budget each and every month. You'll feel like you got a raise, and then you can see how much money you can put aside every single month, and treat that savings like a bill. Pay yourself first, put that money away, and then you'll be able to save for that down payment even faster. So that's number two. Make sure you're doing a budget. A zero-based budget is essential, and you can look that up and find out more about that. And plus, I'm going to tell you something. Stay till the end. I'm going to tell you a tip that, again, gives you money in your pocket today. Number three, change your withholdings at your employer at work. So if you're getting a tax refund, a large tax refund at the end of the year, you need to see what you need to do to get some of that money during the year. Because what's happening is if you're getting a refund, you're paying too much in taxes all year long. That's the only reason you're getting a refund. So you need to make sure, if this last year, for tax year 2018, you received a refund, then you need to make sure that you go back to your employer and change your withholdings so they're taking less taxes out of your check and giving you more in your pocket every month, like right now, then instead of waiting until your next tax refund. It's not a good saving strategy. It's going to take discipline, because when you have that extra money, don't just spend it, start saving it. But you can get that money now instead of waiting till your tax refund. Basically, you're giving the government an interest-free loan, and you don't want to give the government an interest-free loan. So just make sure that, again, if you're getting, you may have to play with it a little bit over 2 months, change your withholdings and make sure. So if you're getting $3,000 back, that could be like $250 or so, or more, that you can put into your pocket every single month instead of waiting to get that tax refund at the end of the year. So talk to your tax professional, talk to your HR department, figure out what forms you need to fill out to change your withholdings to get that money every month instead of waiting until tax time to get a refund. Number 4, sell some stuff. Go around your home and figure out what things you can sell. There's Let Go, there's Facebook Marketplace. Sell, sell, sell. If it's not an essential item, you don't use it, haven't used it for years, things like golf clubs that you can get a lot of money for, old bikes around your house, video games, whatever it is, take them out and sell them. Do a garage sale, do Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. There's so many different options to sell things. Go ahead, find everything of value in your home that you are not using, and this will be good for you when you're about to move anyway, to kind of clear the clutter, but try to get as much money as possible for these things now, and that can go towards your down payment as well. Number 5, work extra. So right now when you're saving, you can work extra at your job, overtime, ask for extra hours. There are also a lot of side hustles in this economy that you can do. You can do Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Shipt. All of these things you can do on your extra time. Say you only have about 5 hours extra a week. You can figure that out, and whatever time you have, use that to some sort of side hustle opportunity to bring more money into your house, especially. And you can quit. It's one of those things you don't have to worry about working forever. You can come in and come out as needed in a lot of these side hustle type jobs, but that can give you the extra money you need for your down payment. And when you have a down payment, you're going to get a lower interest rate. It's going to be sometimes you can avoid mortgage insurance. So on the long run, the higher the down payment you can do up front, then the better it'll be over time, the amount of money you'll save in interest and that sort of thing. So kind of sacrifice now and it will pay off definitely later. And here's the bonus that I promised. Now, we're in Atlanta. All of those scooters that you see lying around, and I learned this from some millennials that I was, taking around, showing them some property. Those scooters that you just see laying on the ground, you can charge those scooters, and the company like Bird, they will pay you for charging them in your home overnight and putting them back out into their back available for somebody to pick up. They have different areas where you can drop them off, and they'll pay like $5 per scooter that you charge. So you can pick up. You do have to apply online to be one of their chargers. But once you do that, you pick up you pick up as many, I guess, as you can carry in your car or your truck, and then you charge them and you put them back out, and they put the money in your account like the same day. So if you're looking to get some money fast, that's a huge option to say, okay, you can make in a week, I would think, if you picked up 20 scooters a day, you can make $100 a day charging these scooters and putting them back out. It is your electricity. You're averaging to charge one. They say it costs up to between about 10 cents and 25 cents to charge one of them. So it's still a profit that you're making. If they pay you $5, let's say we'll take off 50 cents for charging, then you're still making $4.50 per scooter to charge it. So that's another opportunity, quick ways to make money. But I gave you 5. Let me go back over them. You go on a spending freeze. You do a budget each and every month, a zero-based budget. You work extra, try to find some other opportunities. Change your tax withholdings at work to get some money every month instead of waiting on your tax refund. And then sell some things that can bring in a lot of money as you save for your down payment. Thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, and share this with anyone you think it would help. This is Shaheedah Hill with Maximum One Realty, excellence in buyer, seller, and community service.